Hi guys, welcome once again. So now we are going to discuss about types and approaches to training. So what are the approaches that you can take to train? So the first is subject line. Okay, when we are talking about emails, okay, so how is it that you are going to teach them about business English writing? So in the last video, we have already checked that what all genres are there in business English writing. So the one is email, and of course, in email, subject line is important, greeting is important, body is important, and then the closing is important. Okay, so you will have to give them real-time scenarios in order to make them practice about emails. You can give them templates. You can tell them subject line is, of course, very important because especially in business, because it's only with the subject line that the person who is receiving the email would be able to identify if this email is actually important or not. Because in business emails, generally inboxes are full with number of emails and they are categorized based on the subject line only. So if the subject line is written properly, then only the person will prioritize that to open it. And then what should be the greeting? If you're writing professional email, then it should begin with good morning, good afternoon, okay, or hello or dear, and then followed by the name or the initials. Then in body, you can have the opening line. I hope everything is well with you. Okay. And then you will talk in a very specific and precise language. Emails are not going to be lengthy. Emails should never be lengthy. Okay. And if in case, obviously, there is any topic wherein you need to talk a lot, you need to write a lot, you need to give a lot of information, still they should go in bullet points, not in the form of an essay. And then closing should followed by best regards, best wishes, along with your name and signature. Because if you're a company employee, then definitely it's your signature, your designation, your logo that will go along with this. So you can make them practice email. Then you can talk about reports. So what is a report? It's introduction. The first thing is introduction. That includes what this report is for, what is it going to cover, okay, what are your findings. So once you will tell this report is about this particular topic and my finding says this, and you will always show those findings through graphics, charts, tables, diagrams, okay. So this should be your findings, and after findings, it should be recommendations or conclusion. Can be anything. Both the things are okay. So either it is recommendations or conclusions. So you will suggest that as per your findings, you are concluding with this. Or probably if any policy needs to be changed or if any changes that are happening depends on what this report is for. Okay. So you will teach them report. And then you will talk about you will teach them report, and after report you will talk about presentations. Okay, so presentations obviously most of the time are prepared well in advance. At least you get 2 or 3 days, but let them know how to prepare presentation and how to actually practice speaking presentation. So in class you can give them certain real-time scenario. Never give them something fake. They won't be able to enjoy it. Plus it's useless. Okay, so give them presentation about the business that they are in. Okay, any topic, and they are going to speak on this one by one on any topic. They will create a presentation and they will present it in front of the rest of the people, and they will become the audience. So in presentation, one has to be ready to give answers at the end, okay, because audience may ask questions in regards to the topic, okay. And then initially you need to introduce yourself. You need to tell what this presentation is about, okay, what is the main motive of this presentation. And then, when somebody is giving presentation in front of an audience, then obviously professional voice is important. You cannot fumble. That is important. Eye contact is important. Okay. And your overall body language, we should be absolutely confident. That is important. Okay. And then comes the feedback. Okay. So at the end, solicited feedback from your audience and, people who are listening, the rest of the students who are listening, they can give their feedback also. So this can be a very good practice. So another form is presentation, and then comes memos. Now, memos are actually not to be sent outside somewhere to any client or something, but still memos are really famous in the business industry in order to talk about team huddles, what exactly is being discussed. Okay, so memos are generally written in bullet pointers that today in the meeting, these were the main points to be discussed. Okay, that we have discussed, and from now onwards, we are going to follow this. So memos are generally sent to your team members only, not to someone outside. So summarize the main points and the conclusion of your memo in a few sentences. And after that, action items. So memos are generally followed by action items that today we have discussed these problem areas and we are going to improvise them by doing or taking these initiatives. Okay, so memos are generally for internal purposes. Then comes your, excuse me, guys. Then comes your business letters. Okay, so you can give them a simple format of business letters in which address needs to be mentioned of the recipient, the person who is receiving that email, that person's name, letter, that person's name, address, and obviously salutation is important in email and letters both. Okay, and a signed closing. So it is always a hand signed closing if you're sending a letter. Okay. And then what is the content? So that depends the purpose of the letter. What is the purpose of the letter? Then accordingly, content will be decided. Okay, present your message in a clear and coherent way using paragraphs and headings that show your progression of ideas. Avoid jargon, slang, or overly technical terms. In business letters, even if it is a business letter, you don't really write a lot of technical terms or jargons in that. Tone should be obviously polite, respectful, and formal at the same time. So it's the general letter wherein you begin with salutation, hi, hello, or dear, followed by the name, and then whatever this letter is all about. And after that, you will end, and the letters are to be signed towards the end. So this also you can give in one of the practices. All right, so our next is proposals. So proposals are generally for business expansion purposes. Okay, when you're asking funds from another business, when you want another business to work along with you, there can be any purposes of the proposals. Okay, so it goes along with cover letter. Include a cover letter that summarizes your proposal and addresses the reader's need and interest. So a lot of time, whatever business that like I am working in an organization, okay, and my company wants to merge or wants to do business with another organization. So we are going to write a proposal to them, telling them that how merging with us or how doing business with us is going to give them benefit. So we are always going to talk about their benefit. And also at the same time, we are going to prove or we are going to support our proposal with the points of our company, that how good we have performed in the past, okay, how well our company has done, whatever profit that we have done, okay, whatever number of employees that we have had. So we have manpower and everything. So we are looking forward for expanding our business. So you will mention a cover letter in the beginning, which will mention what exactly is your proposal, okay, to the other company. And obviously it's a persuasive tone. Persuading somebody means that you're giving all the valid reasons to come and do this business. And introduction, then introduce yourself, your company, of course, and provide context on this situation and your proposal. So then you will talk about your company, and you will also talk about why you think it is important and what difference is it going to make once they will do business with you. And after that, you will write in the next paragraph, which is going to be the body, present your proposal in a logical and a structured way. So logical and a structured way is simply that this has been our progress so far within last 5 years. Okay, so we are progressing or we are expanding quickly. Okay, earlier you can see obviously along, you can just have a picture of the last 5 years progress in a graph. Okay, to show that whatever your revenue was 5 years ago is now just increasing every year, or any other good point that you have about your company, any award that you might have won, any positive points only you will talk about your company, that that is going to persuade them, the other business person, that yes, there is benefit in doing business with them. All right. And then, of course, you will also talk about that how exactly you think that you would want to pursue with this. And then you will write the conclusion. In conclusions, we always talk about the benefits. So if in case we are working together, we are merging together, then these are the benefits that we both are going to achieve. Okay, so this is how a proposal is written. So you can make your students practice about proposals. All right, press releases are not very common in all the businesses, but yes, press release is also something that is a part of business English writing. Press releases are generally for any particular announcements, any business merger that happens. If at times company changes the logo, when business merger happens, or company changes any policies, there is any recruitment that happens in the at the position at some higher position, CEO is getting changed, any new product launch or anything new that's happening. Okay, in that case, there's a press release that is being launched by the company to let everybody know about this. It is a kind of a news. Okay, so press release has got a proper structure for that. All right, so you need to actually let people know, let your students know about the total structure. Tone is going to be all obviously formal. Okay, so structure is wherein at the top it is always your company's logo, then you will write the company's name, then the heading in the press release that this is about the CEO getting changed, or the whatever is the name of the CEO is acquired new position or new business, new product launch, business merger, whatever is the title that will be mentioned. And then you will talk about, um, where the press release has happened, who was the one who was speaking in the press release, what information is being given in that press release. Okay, so all of the information with who, what, where, and when, and why, and complete story. Okay, that is all that we write in press release. One thing to be taken care of is that press release, majority of cases is of one page. Okay, just the one page. It's not a very lengthy document. All right, so let them know about how to write press releases. After that, after press releases, approaches to business English training. Okay, what are the approaches? So training business English writing can be approached in various ways depending on needs and preferences of the learners. Okay, so formal courses, in-person classes, traditional classroom-based face-to-face training, after offer structured lesson, if a teacher with a teacher who provides instructions, assignments, and feedbacks, and online courses. Okay, nowadays a lot of organizations go for online courses as well, but still there are organizations they prefer in-person classes. So this is one of the approach to teach business English training. Okay, that in formal courses, in person and online classes, workshops and seminars. A lot of workshops also happen about it. Seminars also happen. Short-term workshop for 10 days, 15 days, 1 week. Okay. This is also one of the approaches to teach. Corporate trainings, of course, that will happen in any corporate industry. This is also another approach. So mostly business trainers that I have seen, business English, trainers, they are hired by corporate uh, employees. Self-study and online resources. And there is another resource that is self-study and online resources. Obviously, if you want to learn something, people who really want to learn business English, there are a lot of online resources always available. People want to do self-study, they do that also. Okay. And then writing workshops in order to have clarifications or practice on writing. People also run writing workshops. So a lot of people participate in that. A lot of time those workshops are, free of cost as well. So these are all the approaches to learn business English language. Okay, language apps and tools. There are a lot of apps and tools available. Simulation and role playing. We have discussed this many times. Blended learning. Combine various approaches such as in-person classes and online resources or workshop with self-study assignment to create a comprehensive and flexible training program. This is one of the best that I really like, because whatever that we have discussed till point number 7, if anyone is just taking one of those approaches, like I am a student and I want to learn and I'm taking one approach, which is apps and tools, I am never going to be really an expert. Okay. If I am just trying to learn with role playing with somebody, I'm still not going to learn everything. Okay. In workshops as well, you don't learn everything because workshops are of a very short durations and not very well focused by a teacher. Okay. Blended learning is absolutely plays a very good, tremendous role in learning process. So this is one of the best approaches that I really like, wherein you combine various kind of approaches. So at times you will have face-to-face training as well. You'll have online experience as well. You will give them self-study assignments also. You will learn a little bit from workshop also, seminars also, with applications also. Okay. So this is one of the best approaches, individual coaching. Then one-on-one coaching also happens, continuous assessment and feedback, and tailored curriculum. So these points we have discussed many, many times in our feedback session and in our syllabus session. Okay, real world application as well. We have learned in detail that anything that you're teaching them should be related to real world. Okay, they should exactly know that if they are learning this phrase, how are they exactly going to use it in the real world? What is the usage of this? Where exactly can they use this particular phrase? Then cultural sensitivity is also a thing. We have discussed about cultural sensitivity as well in our last few videos. Highlights the importance of understanding cultural nuances in business writing, especially when communicating with international clients and colleagues. So there is no other way than watching a lot of videos, or if possible trying to talk to them a lot, and in fact discussing about culture. Okay, what exactly do they do? What's their favorite festival? Or anything, their food, sports. Culture includes a lot of things, okay, of a particular country. So you need to really work on this also. All right, so this will be all about your approaches. And now I'm going to meet you in the next video.